Kylie Jenner, a famous celebrity, helped make certain looks popular, like fuller lips and curvier bodies. This look they became a trend that so many people wanted to copy. But now, Kylie is feeling stressed. One may ask, why is Kylie feeling stressed? Kylie is feeling stressed because the same beauty standards that she and her whole family created, Kylie literally cannot live up to those beauty standards. So it's basically like the trend that she started is now giving her a big hard time that she cannot live up to it.
I just feel like after Paris, there was like this picture, which for the first time I was like, okay, we're not gonna wear a lot of makeup. So it's like, I'm wearing too much makeup, and it's like, you're wearing too much makeup. Then I go and I don't wear a lot of makeup, and someone catches me in like a weird light. You can look at pictures since I'm 13. I just have these lines, but I've had them since I was a child.
The Kardashians, they've been central to the emergence of what we know today as Instagram face. So Instagram face is a look that is characterized by cat eyes, high cheekbones, cartoonish long lashes, poreless skin, plump and pillowy lips, etc. And obviously, this look is achievable primarily through cosmetic procedures. And sadly enough, it has become a beauty trend for so many young people, especially the Generation Zs. That being said, hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Jo, and if this is the first time, hi, on this channel I give commentary and I just speak about anything I want to speak about, whether they're trendy or not. So basically I create educational light on any topic that I want to, and I also kind of make it entertaining in the same vein. So if video essays and commentary is your cup of tea and if it's something that you love to watch and listen to, and if you watch this and you're like, oh, I'd want to stick around and be part of her little fast growing community, then kindly subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. You know, please make YouTube happy, because when you make YouTube happy, YouTube makes me happy. So that being said, thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing this video. And also, I've created a very transformative self-improvement journal that has been a game changer in my personal growth journey. And this journal is packed with prompts for self-reflection, gratitude exercises, thought exploration, guided dream prompt, shadow work prompt, weekly reflection, brain dump, law of attraction. This journal, if you're looking to enhance your personal development, you'll find the link to my journal in the description box. And as a little bonus, I'll just be sharing a motivational prompt from my journal at the start of each video. So basically it's like a nugget of inspiration to just carry you to our next chat. So today's motivational quote is, in the symphony of life, every note, no matter how soft, adds to the melody. You got this. Last but not the least, I'm very excited to announce that channel memberships are now available on my channel. Yay! So join for exclusive perks. I literally have 3 tiers for you to join if you want to. So any tier that is suitable for you to join, you can join. And again, as usual, no pressure. You watching this video alone is enough. And if you decide, oh, I don't want to be a member of her channel, but also to show some extra support, you can also buy me a coffee through the link below in my description box. Honestly, every support means the world to me. Even you watching this video means the world to me. So that being said, let's get straight into this video.
Hey Kylie, so tell me, have you ever done your lips?
Well, I feel like in the past I always said no.
Sorrows, prayers.
The Kardashians' journey to fame has been a very significant cultural event, with Kylie Jenner's transformation standing out as a key example. So their story began in 2007, where they launched their reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And this show introduced a very young Kylie, who at this time she was just 10 years old. So she was introduced alongside with her sisters Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, Kendall, and also Rob, which people don't really talk about. But anyways, initially the family prior to the show, they were known for their late father Rob Kardashian's role in the O.J. Simpson's trial, and also Kim Kardashian was best friends with Paris Hilton, and I think she was her wardrobe manager. And also we all know about Kim Kardashian and Ray J. So obviously when they launched the show in 2007, the show became very popular, and with the show's popularity, each family member, they found their path in entertainment and business. So I feel bad for Kylie. Honestly, when it comes to this question, I'm literally 50-50, and I'm going to tell you why I'm 50-50. Kylie's journey in the public eye began at a very tender age. Like I mentioned earlier, she was thrusted into the limelight when she was just 10 years old. And from this early age, Kylie actually faced intense scrutiny over her appearance. And this is a pressure that would most likely had shaped her self-image and also her future decisions. As she entered her teenage age, the public's focus on Kylie's looks just intensified. People spoke about her appearance, and people spoke particularly about her lips, and this became a constant source of criticism and insecurity, especially for Kylie. I feel like now the media, they are becoming much more aware as to not to scrutinize young people, especially young celebrities. But then, like around 2007, they didn't really give a flipping if I'm being honest. I have a video on the objectification and sexualization of celebrity children. Literally, young children like Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, and their body would be picked apart by adults and by the media. And at the tender age of 10, 11, 12, Kylie was always being spoken about, especially how she looked and especially her lips. So obviously this really affected Kylie. That being said, it's not strange to think that the pressure that Kylie experienced likely contributed to her decision to get lip fillers before she even turned 18. So in case you do not know, Kylie got lip fillers at the age of 17 before she became an adult. But obviously I do not know how it's done in the US of A, because over here in the UK it is actually regulated. Literally, if you're not 18, you cannot get a tattoo, you cannot get fillers, you can get piercing, but you have to go with an adult. But I don't know how it's done in America. I like to believe it's the same thing, but I don't know how she was able to get fillers at the age of 17 before she became an adult. In a moment of vulnerability, Kylie has revealed that there was a time she kissed a boy, and he couldn't believe that she was a good kisser because she had small lips. So when Kylie got this review, I would like to say review, or this offhand comment from this guy, it added to her insecurity.
What was your insecurity about your lips?
I had really small lips,
Okay.
and I didn't ever think about it until I had one of my first kisses, and a guy said to me, "Oh my God, you're such a good kisser, we have such small lips," or something like.
Obviously, this incident highlights how seemingly casual remarks can have profound effects on young people's body image and self-worth. Kylie's transformation, along with that of her sisters, they've also played a very significant role in shaping contemporary beauty standards. This influence has led to a widespread questioning of natural appearances, with many people just feeling the pressure to alter their looks just to match the Kardashians' aesthetic. Also, before now, when the Kardashians were asked if they did anything to their bodies to enhance their bodies, they always denied it. The family's initial reluctance to openly discuss their cosmetic procedures only exacerbated these issues. And with this, because they did not really speak about the procedures they did, they just always kind of gaslit the whole world. They were in one way or the other just creating unrealistic expectations about natural beauty, because some people were so gullible to think that that's how they really looked, so they would go the extreme length just to look like Kim or Courtney or Chloe or Kylie or even Kendall, which in the long run was very, very dangerous to young people and to the society. This just shows us the lengths to which young people might go just to conform to societal beauty standards. The Kardashian family has been the center of discussion about beauty standards for more than 10 years now, literally for more than a decade. This family, they are so influential, and their influence on how people perceive beauty and what's considered attractive has been so enormous, and it is often controversial. Obviously, we know about Kylie. She came out to cry and she had like this candid conversation on their reality show, The Kardashian. And this shift in their public narrative is very, very significant. It just gives us a closer look at the complicated relationship between celebrity culture, beauty trends, and the pressure that society puts on people just to look a certain way. Now, let's talk about Kylie Jenner for a moment. Kylie Jenner, she's the last born, she's the baby of the family, but she's been in the public eye since she was a preteen, since she was a kid, and we've all watched Kylie grow up. She grew up from this fresh-faced teenager. Even before she was a teenager, she grew up from this fresh-faced preteen to a major player in the beauty industry. It's been quite a very huge transformation. In a recent episode of the show, Kylie opened up about the criticism that she faced about her looks. She said that people have been talking about her looks since she was 12 or 13 years, even before she got a lip filler. And she went on to question being that young and having millions of people commenting on her appearance.
I went on a journey the last year dissolving like half my lip filler. I hate even having this conversation over and over and over again. Like, why do people think it's okay to talk about me? People have been talking about my looks since I was 12, 13. Before I even got lip filler, people talk about my looks.
This just really, really shines a light on the intense pressures that young people and young celebrities face, and how we also like impact and affect their self-image and the decision that they make about their bodies. So now let's break down some of the beauty trends that the Kardashians have made popular. So the first beauty trend that the Kardashians made popular was the lip fillers, and this all started with Kylie Jenner. So Kylie Jenner, she got lip fillers at the age of 17, and when she got lip fillers at the age of 17, the whole world was so curious as to why her lips were plump, and her journey with lip fillers just sparked a whole global trend. Do you remember the Kylie Jenner lip challenge? Like, that challenge went so viral on social media, with young people trying to plump up their lips artificially, and some of those attempts had like pretty dangerous consequences. Like, people trying this attempt, they literally, some of them had their lips burst. That is how dangerous this trend was. And when Kylie saw how dangerous this trend was, she was like, no guys, that's not what I did to get my lips. Why I have fuller lips is because of my lip liner. And that's how she launched Kylie Cosmetic.
Was Kylie Jenner crying when she saw the impression she made on 13-year-old girls who were sucking on shot glasses to get big lips like hers, only to be sent to the hospital with sometimes permanent damage? No, she said, don't do that, just buy my lip kit. That's how I got my lips so big, because she violently gaslit an entire generation into thinking she didn't get any surgery, and the results were by a product that she made, while she laughed all the way to the bank. Saw the clip of her crying over the ugly photo, and the only thing I could think of is, indirectly or directly, you have capitalized, made an entire career off of that feeling. You sitting there on the couch feeling like that is how an entire generation of women felt, and thought they had to be like you and buy your products and do this and that. That's the only reason you made money, and you expect us to feel bad for you? The most annoying thing about that clip is Kendall Jenner with her armchair psychology. Well, everybody's dehumanizing us, that's why this is happening. Poor us. They're dehumanizing you because you don't act like human half the time. I mean, some of the stuff your family has done just to get on top, what was the point of that clip? Like, I don't watch the show and I don't plan on it, but like, was it to make viewers feel bad for Kylie Jenner? Was it for Kendall Jenner to gaslight and dismiss an entire audience? I really don't fucking get it.
Kylie Jenner getting lip filler actually made lip fillers very, very popular. Another thing that the Kardashian Jenner clan have actually made popular is the BBLs, which is also known as the Brazilian butt lift. The family's curvy figures, especially Kim Kardashian, has led to a huge increase in the demand for BBL procedure, and this trend has been very, very controversial because the surgery is very risky. So in case you do not know, BBL is the most, oh my god, did you know what's in my head? BBL Drizzy, BBL Drizzy. Okay. Sorry. So basically, this trend was so controversial because the surgery actually comes with very high risk. So in case you do not know, BBL is the most dangerous plastic surgery in the history of plastic surgery. Like, people die from this procedure, which baffles me because every single day there is someone that wants to get a BBL every single day. And obviously, Kim, she was asked if her body was real at that time, and she kept denying. She was like, no, my body is real. I did not go under the knife. She even went as far as to gaslit the whole world. On an episode of their show, she went to a doctor and she did an x-ray.
No implant. This is
Shocker.
Kim.
I am so glad that I did this x-ray just for the fact that my sisters annoyed me and were picking on me just to get at me and the whole world doubting me. This x-ray is like the best thing I ever could have done.
Another thing that the Kardashian have made popular is the use of Facetune and photo editing. Who can remember when someone posted an unedited picture of Chloe and she got mad? She had a whole breakdown and asked that the photo be deleted because she wanted to upload the edited one, and people came for her. Not only did she cry about that video, she went through extreme length to delete it off social media, and allegedly she copyrighted every other accounts that posted that picture. It is so scary that she went down that rabbit hole just to not let her insecurities show. And obviously the Kardashians are known for over editing their pictures and looking so flawless on Instagram. The Kardashians, they have created this unrealistic beauty standard, or this unrealistic way in which our pictures should look. They've created a trend where people just heavily edit their pictures, and sometimes some people just cinch their waist to make their waist like smaller, which realistically is not natural.
You know, I love when people do the exact opposite thing that they promote. Haley Khalil, welcome to the show. So today we welcome Haley Khalil, 5.7 million followers. She's a model, a social media personality, affiliated with a few fitness brands like Fabletics, for instance. But most importantly, she's the founder of the Nerd Herd. It's here in her bio. It's very important. What is the Nerd Herd, you may ask? Well, it's a movement that is empowering women to love and embrace their bodies and their minds while working to educate and empower the new generation of women in STEM. You guys already know where this is going. And what a better way to empower women to embrace their bodies than to edit every single photo that you post on Instagram, Haley. I mean, what happened to this over here? Why is it so crooked right here, but completely straight in this other photo? You gotta talk to your editors. Like, come on, dude, what the fuck? And it gets even worse. Even in your paid ads for fitness brands like Fabletics, you do it too. Unless you're trying to tell me that this mirror in your house is just built like this. But I also hate the caption of this. You say, when you literally do everything in a workout set besides working out. Like, haha, I'm just so carefree, I don't even care about what my body looks like. Then why do you edit your waist to be smaller in this photo? And if you're just so carefree in the fridge, then why is this orange juice melting? Yeah, you sucked your waist in there, because you're not carefree, you're just selling a lie. Nothing about your page at all is empowering women to love and embrace their body.
The influence that the Kardashian have on the society just goes beyond just physical appearances. They've created business ventures just being a brand. For example, Kylie, with the use of her big lips, her plump, fuller lips, she was able to create Kylie Cosmetics. It was almost $1 billion company. She was known to be the youngest self-made billionaire, but that was countered by Forbes because according to Forbes, she lied about her profits allegedly. But even though she was a billionaire or not a billionaire, she literally capitalized off of the fact that she had fuller lips and gaslit the whole public and literally made money from all of us. And Kim, on the other hand, she has her shapewear, which is doing very well and has good reviews, called Skims. We all know it was called kimono before, but the Japanese, they were like, that is literally our culture. You're not going to trademark our identity. And she changed it to Skims, which is doing so well. And these people, they have capitalized on and they have further reinforced those beauty standards by creating business ventures. And I just like to say that it is a cycle that just keeps feeding itself. However, their recent discussions about beauty standards suggest that they are becoming more aware of their impact. For example, Chloe has admitted that she had the most confidence when she was chubbier in skin tight bodycon dresses, and this was before she was really into the spotlight like that.
I was always in bodycon dresses, and I always like, I was like, oh, if Kim has it, I'm gonna get one too. And I would wiggle into the same size, and I most definitely wasn't her size. But at the time, I didn't know how much bigger I was. I became insecure because of everyone else telling me.
And she came out to say that, according to her, she was like that society gave her insecurities, but there's literally proof of Bruce, who is now known as Caitlyn. But when she was known as Bruce then, Bruce actually told her that she needed to lose weight to partake in a photo shoot. I think so, yeah. And Kylie was like, she does not need to lose weight. She's perfect just the way she is.
Get shot for bringing this up, but don't you think you'd lose a few pounds?
What?
Don't you think you should lose a few pounds?
I don't think she should lose anything. She's perfect the way she is.
And that was Kylie at that time bigging up Chloe and telling Chloe to literally embrace her physical features and her natural body. But it is so sad that growing up, she just turned the other cheek. It is also very eye-opening to hear that even someone who seems to embody those beauty standards can be deeply affected by societal pressures, because even though Bruce said all these things, also society really came for Chloe because she was known to be the ugly sister, the odd one out. People even speculated that she wasn't even Rob Kardashian's daughter. There was this whole speculation that OJ Simpson was her dad, which I do not believe. But yeah, so all the speculations were made in the media and people just saw her as the fat sister, the ugly sister, and of course it got to her, which made her, there was a time she lost so much weight, and even Kendall was kind of concerned. Kim came to Chloe and told Chloe and was like, Kendall said you're too skinny, and Chloe was like, ooh, the model thinks I'm too skinny.
Kendall and Kylie, not that I'm trying to out them, but they did text me and say that they were a little concerned for you because you're really skinny. And I said, I think she's a bit stressed, and I think that she...
And Kendall said it, the model?
Kendall said it.
The Kardashian, they've created unrealistic beauty standards. Like, there was a time Kim was very paranoid that she found, was it a stretch mark or a cellulite? And stretch marks and cellulites are literally natural.
Courtney, I'm gonna cry for you. This is like my biggest fear of life. You have a stretch mark.
Almost everybody has stretch marks. I have stretch marks. Stretch marks where? Stretch marks, yes, so and so what? Like, literally, to me, they're beauty marks. This family, they created unrealistic beauty expectations and beauty trends that people could not keep up with. And also, the family's changing stance on beauty standards just reflects a broader shift in society towards body positivity and inclusivity. But some critics have come out to say that, okay, now you guys are now acknowledging you getting fillers and you getting this and that. But don't you think it's a little too late for you guys to come out and admit it? Because you guys have spent years promoting unrealistic beauty trends, and obviously people have gone through extreme lengths just to look like you people. I don't know if you guys can remember, there's a woman that was trying to look like Kim. I think her name was Christina, and she did so many butt shot because she was trying to look like Kim. The last time she went to get procedure done, she actually died.
On April 20th, 2023, Kim Kardashian lookalike Christina Ashton passed away from cardiac arrest after having a plastic surgery procedure. And I waited to talk about this because I wanted to get more facts about what actually happened before I discussed it. Well, it turns out that 50-year-old Vivian Gomez was arrested in the Fort Lauderdale airport on April 20th, and she was charged with involuntary manslaughter and practicing medicine without a license. It turns out, not shockingly, she was getting gluteal injections in a hotel room. Beyond me. What I used to think was what surgeons would do this, and I'm going to speculate, but probably what happened is she was turned down by providers, and this was her last resort to get what she wanted. Contrary to popular belief, injection of fat into just the subcutaneous tissue by a trained surgical professional can be done safely. What likely happened is this untrained, non-medical professional injected very deep and got into the muscle and likely cannulated one of these large vessels, the superior or the inferior gluteal artery, with God knows what kind of substance, probably silicone. Sadly, what happens next is a piece of that material gets into a blood vessel and travels back to the heart or lung, puts you into cardiopulmonary failure, and you can have a heart attack and die. What happened to Ashton is so sad, and it was preventable, so let this be a public service announcement. Do not meet someone in a hotel room to have some random medical procedure. You may get away with it once or twice, but at some point, it will catch up, and it will end tragically for you.
Last I checked, I don't think Kim actually said anything about that situation, and she actually scarily looked like Kim. She looks like Kim, like scarily. This is the influence that the Kardashian family had on the society, that people would literally take their pictures to their doctors and like, oh, I want to look like her.
Part 2 of going through goal photos of celebrities that my patients bring in, not accusing any of these celebrities of having implants, just going through the goal photos that are brought in most commonly. This is Emily Ratajkowski. Still a very natural look, doesn't have too much upper pole fullness, but definitely a fuller look than say Kendall Jenner. So patients that would bring in this kind of look, I would recommend either a moderate profile implant or a high profile that is less cohesive.
So people are like, I feel like it's a little too late for you to come out and admit that you did this and you did that, because people have died because of the standards that you created. Honestly, I would like to say that there is just a whole different layer to this whole discussion. Like, the whole clan faced intense criticism for appropriating features that are traditionally associated with Black women. For example, Black women were known to have fuller lips and curvier bodies. Kardashians, they have appropriated this without even acknowledging it. So funny, because there was a time where people were mocked for having fuller lips and people were mocked for having curvier bodies. Black people were mocked for having like bigger bum, because the trend at that time was size 0. The Kardashians, they just came and they appropriated these features to themselves, and all of a sudden the whole world began to see fuller lips and curvier body as the beauty standards to live by. Isn't that ironic? Because this again just adds another complex dimension to the conversation about beauty standards and how different races are being represented in media. Honestly, this is a whole topic for another day. So obviously now everybody in the Kardashian family, they have children except Kendall. So as they become parents now, the sisters, they have expressed a desire to promote healthier beauty standards for their children and the next generation. What is ironic is that Kylie is saying, oh, the media, they spoke all this about me at the age of 12, at the age of 13. Chris, her mom, did not try to shield her from the tabloids around that time. So I feel like the Kardashians, the Kardashian, I feel like they've kind of seen where their mom went wrong, and now that they are parents, now that they are moms, they have decided to, shield their children and protect their children, have better standards so that their children will be able to emulate that from them. For example, Kylie, for instance, she said that she wants to be more of a positive role model for her daughter. She went on to say that her daughter has totally taught her a lot about herself. The fact that she sees herself in her daughter has changed everything. That because she became a mom and she gave birth to Stormy, she has grown a lot, and it has made her to just embrace more of her natural beauty. I just want to say, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit complicated. Like, it's a whole complicated situation because on one hand, Kylie, she has undeniably shaped the beauty standards for a whole generation. Like, literally, there are young people that are going under the knife, having all these procedures done, which we'll talk about later. And their journey highlights just how powerful celebrity influence can be and how important it is to just think critically about the beauty standards that we see in the media. It is no secret that the cosmetic enhancements industry has experienced a very significant surge in recent years, and we have procedures like dermal fillers and plastic surgery, which has become increasingly popular and accessible. Obviously, this is a whole epidemic, pandemic, trend, whatever, a whole phenomenon, I would like to say. This trend has been driven by various factors, including technological advancements and also the way the attitude of people in the society changes. Also, let's not forget that even influencers and celebrities and the social media also plays a role in the rise of cosmetic procedure. The rise in popularity of cosmetic procedure is very evident in its statistics. According to the Aesthetic Surgery Society, surgical procedures increased by 54% in the US alone in 2021. 2021, wasn't it pandemic? And people were under the knife doing the do, like literally. And in Canada, popular treatments like Botox and rhinoplasty has seen a surge in online searches, and obviously this just indicates that people are showing interest, and the interest that people are having in this procedure is literally growing as the day goes by. The North American cosmetic surgery and procedure market is forecasted to grow at a compound annual rate of 634% from 2021 to 2028. That's 4 years from now. One of the key factors that contributes to this trend is the fact that it's easily accessible. Prior to now, getting plastic surgery was not accessible as it is now. And then people got plastic surgery if they really needed to get plastic surgery. And when celebrities that time got plastic surgery, not even celebrities, when a normal person got plastic surgery and they were asked, oh, did you get this procedure done? 9 out of 10 times, in fact 9.9 out of 10 times, they would deny getting it done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Michael Jackson has been asked if he got procedures done and he denied, even though Michael Jackson had my type of nose when he was a child, and when he grew up he had pointed nose. So honestly, I don't know.
You physically changed, haven't you? The photographs of you, if I look at them.
No, it's called adolescence. It's called growing and changing. I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes and have clear. Nothing's been done to my eyes, cheekbones, chins, lips, nothing's happened.
You've had implants in your cheeks.
Oh, God.
You've had a dimple made in your chin.
Please,
you've had your lips enlarged.
Oh, please.
You've had your eyelids reconstructed. Eyelids reconstructed.
It's stupid.
None of it's true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie. They don't want to give me credit for anything.
Then celebrities would get these procedures and they would literally deny the fact that they got it. But now there is no longer a stigma that comes with getting. There's still stigma, but it's not as evident as it was back then. So now these procedures, they are very accessible, that people can just get into, just travel anywhere. If it's very expensive in your country, you just travel to like a country that you have to pay a cheaper amount of money to just get the procedure done. And due to the fact that cosmetic surgery is very accessible, the average cost of cosmetic surgery has reduced because obviously we have a larger pool of cosmetic surgeons, and also the procedures are now diversified. So like I said earlier, if it's expensive in your country or in the place you live, people travel to like Turkey, to India, to Korea, just to get this procedure done. And this shift has made this enhancement more attainable for a broader demographic, including people from the younger generations, especially the Gen Z. Celebrities and social media influencers, they play a very significant role in shaping beauty standards and promoting this cosmetic procedure. Hollywood, they've long been credited as a key driver for the cosmetic surgery sector, with many people seeking to emulate celebrity looks. And this influence has also contributed to reducing the stigma that was historically associated with getting such procedure. The controversy surrounding cosmetic enhancement has been highlighted in popular media. So the other time on TikTok, I saw a video of someone speaking about how the girls in Love Island, the current Love Island UK, girls in Love Island look like older than their age, like late 30s, in their 40s. Meanwhile, these girls are like between the ages of 24 to 26. And when I saw the pictures and the videos of the girls, I was so surprised. Like, everyone looks the same. And it is so scary because 9 out of 10 times, some of these people, they do not even need to get this procedure. They do not even need to get these fillers. So I have a video on my channel about look maxing, mewing, slugging, etc. So basically, there is this new trend. I wouldn't say it's a new trend. It was a trend, or it's been a trend in the manosphere incel community, which reminds me, on my video about Pearl, excuse me, the men were coming for me for my looks, saying you're looking like that and you're speaking about Pearl. Boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Come closer. Come closer. Let me tell you guys something. Whatever you say about me doesn't hurt me, okay? Okay? There's one thing that I do not lack, and that is self-esteem. The only person that can make me feel bad about myself is me, okay? People were coming for my look, coming for this, and thanks to everyone who supported me. Someone was like, you can't look like that, and we're talking about Pearl, you can't do this, that, how do you look like that? Coming for my looks, coming for my looks. Girl, so back to the topic at hand. So like trends like mewing is not a new trend. It's been in the incel and the manosphere community. It has found its way to TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts, whatever. So in case you don't know what mewing is like a jaw exercise technique, and also look maxing. So look maxing is a practice of maximizing one's physical appearance. They've actually gained a huge traction, especially among the younger generations. And this trend, they often involve like a combination of invasive techniques, skincare routines, and sometimes even more drastic measures like cosmetic surgery. For example, people take out their buccal fat. And the thing is, they do not even care if this will affect them in the long run. Your buccal fat is there for a reason, to protect your jaw. I think either your jaw or your teeth, one of them. I feel like doctors who take out buccal fat are unethical, because you as a doctor, is your duty to turn your patients away. I don't even know Dr. Yoon. I don't know if you know Dr. Yoon. So I went on Dr. Yoon's website or his page on Google, and I was reading his reviews. He has quite good reviews and he has some negative reviews. And I was reading negative reviews, and there's this woman that said that she was turned away because she wanted to get a rhinoplasty after waiting for so many years. And Dr. Yoon actually replied, and he was like, yeah, I didn't do a rhinoplasty on you because rhinoplasty is a traditional technique and is reserved for more traditional people and indigenous people. So you were turned away because I didn't think it was right and ethical for me to do a rhinoplasty on you. And my level of respect for that man just grew. Just like if someone comes here and be like, oh, I want to take out my buccal fat, it's for you as a plastic surgeon to say that is not a safe procedure for you, because the buccal fat is very necessary for you. Also, apart from the removal of buccal fat, some people in the look maxing community, what do? They actually take hammer and they break their jaw just because they want to get a more chiseled look. You could get this in the gym. You know, I used to weigh 135 kg. I'm just gonna say it. I used to weigh 135 kg in 2018, 2019, and I had a very big round face. I showed my housemate how I looked before, and she was so surprised. Like, I look so different from what I look right now. Those are the extreme techniques that people will go just so they would suit societal standards, which is in its own very scary. The normalization of cosmetic procedures while reducing stigma has also led to some troubling development. Of course, I'm not saying that people that have gotten procedures should be stigmatized. No, I'm not saying that. The fact that the stigma for getting this procedure has reduced has also led to some troubling developments, because now it's seen as a normal thing. For instance, there's been a rise in what we know as treatment. So treatment is basically like a minor cosmetic procedure that is often seen as less invasive. For example, now younger people that do not have wrinkles, because they are trying to prevent having wrinkles in future, so they have like little botox on their forehead. Thing is, this still can carry risk. It still can carry risk, so you have to like literally do your research. Also in my research, I found out, because I was like, oh, let me look into the UK market and see if this is regulated, because one thing about the UK, they regulate a lot of things, because first of all, we have free healthcare over here. So obviously there's a lot of things that are regulated, like especially our food is really regulated. But sadly enough, the UK injectable market is predicted to reach a value of £11.7 billion by 2026, but yet it is largely unregulated. Another thing we should note is that social media pressure has also been linked to the boom in cosmetic procedures among young people. So there's this study that was made by the Northfield Council on bioethics, and this study actually shows that social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat has helped to promote unrealistic and often discriminatory messages about how young people or how people should look, especially how girls and women should look. So while the industry, guys, there's fly in my room. I don't know if it's fly, just flying around. I don't know where it came from, because my window is tight shut, and they're like insects that are attracted to, there are insects on my window outside because they're attracted to the light, so they're like leaning on the light, and have an insecticide. I don't want to kill this insect, but anyway, while the industry continues to grow, there are increasing calls for better regulation and patient protection. The UK government, they've also like launched a consultation for making non-surgical cosmetic procedures safer. So basically, they've introduced restrictions on who can perform certain high-risk procedures, and they've also introduced like age limits for treatment. That's the most that I know they've done for now, but they've not regulated the whole industry.
All the girls on Love Island UK all look so old. Why do they all look so old? I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because it's not some big mystery why they all look so aged by their Botox and filler. It's actually very easy to explain. In the US, Botox and filler can only be administered legally by either a doctor or a nurse injector, a licensed medical professional. In the UK, legally, anyone can carry out Botox treatment. Now, technically, there's like a certification that you're supposed to get in order to give Botox and filler, but it takes 2 days. This is like the leading place that people get this certificate. It takes 2 days. You could tell your best friend, I really need some filler in my cheeks on Thursday, and by Monday, she could be shooting it up for you at home. And then, because you don't need a formal education, you don't need any training to do this, loads and loads of people are able to give it to each other, and therefore the price of the service goes down. So in the US, I want more lip filler, but I can't afford it because it's $300, $400, $500. In the UK, it's like £30, £40, £50, because you don't have to pay for somebody who's gone to, medical school for 10 years in order to give it to you. You can give it to your lash tech and she'll do it for 20 quid. It's actually so terrifying and mind-boggling to me that the UK has those regulations like that, and it is truly the wild fucking west of filler and Botox in the UK.
Yeah. So while cosmetic enhancements have become much more accessible and socially accepted, this trend just raises a very important question about beauty standards, self-image, and also the potential long-term impact for these procedures, especially on younger generations. Celebrities have significant influence on young people's perception and attitude towards cosmetic procedures in so many ways. For example, like I've spoken about, celebrities, they've helped to shape beauty standards. Celebrities, they often set unrealistic beauty trends through carefully curated and edited images on social media and in the media. And this can lead young people to just consider cosmetic procedures just to emulate these standards. Young people who feel a very strong parasocial relationship. So parasocial relationship, they are also known as perceived closeness. So young people who feel a very strong parasocial relationship with celebrities are most likely to develop favorable attitude towards cosmetic surgery because they kind of want to look like their favorite celebrity. Like I spoke earlier about Christina, who tried her best to look like Kim, and she died in the process. Additionally, those who identify strongly with celebrities are more inclined to consider undergoing specific cosmetic procedures themselves. Platforms like Instagram and YouTube also allow celebrities to share their cosmetic surgery journey in detail, and this provides the young people with intimate looks into these procedures, and this by extension just shows young people and makes young people to say that this procedure is actually very accessible, because if this person that I'm watching can actually go to the doctor and get all these things done, then that means I myself, I can do it. And obviously this increases the accessibility of these procedures. So another trend that we've seen now is that celebrities and influencers, they also endorse some specific cosmetic treatments, and obviously because of the influence they have, this just makes young people, especially the Gen Zs, to just think, okay, this is okay, my favorite celebrity is endorsing them and I'm going to do it. For example, there is this plastic surgery called Gold's plastic surgery. It's very popular in America. I've seen so many celebrities promote this plastic surgery. For example, Zacha from the Family Project. I was really disappointed when I saw her promote them.
Alright guys, we are here. It is surgery day. We are at Goals and I'm already ready. They got me ready for surgery.
I was so disappointed. I get it. I really do get it. Your channel is not doing as good as it once was doing before. But I was so disappointed when I saw that she promoted this. Secondly, who else promoted it? Is it Biggie? That person, one person in Baddies, she promoted it. I think she did a whole reality show. Also, Charles and Netta promoted it.
Also, we have two amazing people here that we're going to be doing some surgery on.
And it is very sad because other people who are not celebrities that have actually gone to this plastic surgery, other people, they have how to say how they've been botched from this surgery. They've been botched in this same hospital. So obviously this is very scary, because I feel like plastic surgery is not something that a celebrity or an influencer should actively promote. Plastic surgery. What if it leads to something else? That's my personal opinion. I don't think that celebrities should promote a plastic surgery, a particular specific plastic surgery. I don't think they should, because someone's life could go any minute, and obviously because you're the one who promoted it and you were the one who influenced it, it will fall on you. That's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about that. But that's literally my personal opinion. And what is so weird is that when I was researching this topic, actually Gold's plastic surgery, I didn't know they also had a blog. They actually have an article titled Celebrity Influences on Plastic Surgery Trends, Redefining Beauty. Honestly, meanwhile, allegedly, they have botched a lot of people in the process, and it is quite scary if you ask me.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna post this because I feel like if you post their like thing or whatever, it needs to come with a trigger warning. My thing is goals. This is what we gonna get on. We ain't gonna get into them. We gonna get into goals. Goals need to stop doing this to people. Goals is literally messing up people's bodies and lives. My thing is, yeah, they gotta sign all that paperwork and get those free BBLs. But the thing is, I'm not getting nothing for free, especially if it comes out looking like that. Because can you even sue them for that? Like, I don't know what's going on. Goals is always known for messing people up. So it's just like, oh my goodness. People need to stop going to goals. Because my thing is, abs on top of a beer belly is crazy to me. His thumb, like Charles' stomach looks like the definition of like, oh, my stomach hurting from all this laughing I'm doing. It was that bad. Like, I'm not going to show it on here, but it was really, 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 really bad. Goals need to stop doing this to people, for real.
Also, there have been shows that have featured people, even celebrities, that undergo cosmetic procedures. And obviously, these have increased visibility and curiosity about this treatment among the young viewers. Let me tell you guys something. All these plastic surgery shows didn't start now. When I was younger, there was something called Dr. 90210. So if you remember Dr. 90210, please leave some needle emoji in the comment section because, yeah, it used to show on MTV at that time. Dr. 90210, Dr. Miami, and also botched. But I feel like botched was more about correcting botched surgery. So that was what botched was about. But like Dr. 90210, Dr. Miami, yeah, those MTV shows those days, they really used to bang, or like Pimp My Cars, all those things. Which Pimp My Car, I came to realize last year that it was all fake. Bro, but if you go back and watch those videos, you're like, really? Like, how did I believe this? So basically, the constant exposure to celebrity beauty standards and openness about cosmetic enhancement has led to increased pressure on Gen Zs to consider procedures like Botox and fillers at young ages, even when they may not need them. Emphasis on may, even when they may not need them. So while celebrities can inspire confidence in cosmetic procedures, they may also create unrealistic expectations about results, which can potentially lead young people to pursue treatments that may not be suitable for them. It's very important to note that while influencers can drive interest in cosmetic procedures among young people, it is also very crucial for young people and individuals to approach such decision thoughtfully with realistic expectations and in consultation with qualified medical professionals, not just any professionals that just need your money at the moment. Go to board certified doctors, board certified plastic surgeons, and to be fair, not all board certified plastic surgeons are there, but honestly, your instincts will tell you, do like intensive research. Spend, even if it's a year you want to use to research on this, please do it, because at the end of the day, it is your life. The Kardashian clan, for example, they have had a very huge impact on how we think about beauty, and sadly enough, it hasn't always been positive. They've gone from being criticized for their looks to becoming the one who actually does set these beauty standards, and it just shows how societal pressure can really mess with our self-image. People are wanting to look like Kim Kardashian, and the people who have always wanted to look like Kim Kardashian or the Jenners, some of them, they've gone to dangerous lengths just to look like them. I spoke about Christina. Just like Christina, if you take her story for example, she sadly died after complications from a butt shot, or is it BBL surgery that she was doing. And this is just a very harsh reminder to just let us know that it is very risky, just to show us how risky it is to chase these unrealistic beauty standards. And this often leads to the extreme desire to just look perfect And also, this extreme desire to look perfect comes from what we know as body dysmorphia. So, in case you don't know body dysmorphia is a mental health issue that gets worse when we are constantly bombarded with idealized images on social media and TV. So, in case you do not know, I actually suffer from body dysmorphia. I have a video on that. That was before my channel blew up. I have a video on how I manage my body dysmorphia. I was in therapy for several things, and my body image was also part of the reason why I was in therapy for. And body dysmorphia is nothing you should joke about. Sometimes you look crazy, but only you can see the craziness. Other people are like, no, you look good, but you're like, no, I hate how I look, and this like that, and this like that. So it is your duty and it is your job to look out for yourself when you know you have body dysmorphia, sadly enough. And how do you do that? If you're on social media, do not follow accounts that will make you feel bad about yourself. Like, my favorite things to watch on social media are like pet videos, cooking videos, comedy, literally. And yeah, so those are like my favorite things to watch on social media. If I find out that I'm even getting like obsessed with a particular celebrity, that I can't help it, I will unfollow. There are some people that you follow and you're like, oh my god, but am I not like this person, this that? Unfollow them. In fact, block them. Like, literally block them, because obviously they're not good for your mental health. Like, you're beautiful just the way you are. The thing is, even though I have body dysmorphia, one thing that I do not lack is self-esteem. Like, I know I'm that bitch. Like, honestly, I don't really like referring to myself as a bitch, but in the sense that it is, and in the context we are speaking about it now, I'm that girl. To be fair, like, honestly, I am literally that girl. Let me just say it now. The only person, I always say, the only person that can make me feel bad about myself is me. And I only feel bad about myself when I want to feel bad about myself. I could be having body dysmorphia, and if someone comes to me and be like, oh, you fat bitch, oh, look at how you look, for some reason, it doesn't do anything to me, because the only person that can actually make me feel bad is literally me, because I am very self-aware. And also, sometimes, I know some of you may be so surprised to hear this, but sometimes I'm like, oh, should I make my lips plumber, or should I make my lips bigger? Should I do some lip injections or things like that? Because in as much as I know I have beautiful lips, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, I don't like my lips. Like, this has been going on for years and things like that. But I am very patient with myself. Like, literally, I'm so patient with myself. I don't think it's something I'll just wake up and be like, oh, let me go and get feelers. No, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes my arms make me insecure and all those things. But honestly, like I said, the only person that will make me feel bad for me is me. Okay? No other person. Like, you can try, but it was when I was younger, I used to get bullied in school and all those things. People would be calling me names and I would feel bad. I'll be crying. But the amount of growth that I have done on myself, the amount of self-growth, self-development, the amount of things that I've done just to become a better version of myself, it has really, really helped me. Honestly, it has really, really helped me. I'm just saying that, like, there's just so much journaling can do for you. You know, I speak about like journaling, and journaling has really, really helped me. I started journaling in 2021 around the same time that I sought therapy. It really, really helped me. It really helped me to pen my thoughts and my feelings, also read back as to how I felt and things like that. Shadow work really, really helped me. Shadow work, I feel like shadow work is your own personal therapist, is your own personal psychologist, your own personal psychiatrist when you don't have access to one. That's what I feel, to be fair. So yeah, honestly, I have really done enough work on myself. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be, but compared to where I was like 2021, 2020, I'm in a much better place. Like, honestly, there was a time I felt like I needed to fit in. I needed to dress like a standard UK babe, even though deep down I hated how I looked and I hated wearing those clothes, but because I thought that that's what the society needed from me, I decided to dress like that, wear long lashes. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wearing long lashes. If that is your vibe, if you like it, I love it for you, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought that was the standard, and I found myself doing it, and I hated it so much because I thought I needed to fit in. But when I understood myself and I was on this journey of self-love, self-actualization, personal growth, I decided to live in myself, live in my truth. Honestly, I decided to be the best version of me, in which I'm still being, if that makes sense. So honestly, I know all these things are appealing, all this plastic surgery, all this filler, all this Botox, but honestly, guys, I'm going off script here and I'm just saying it because I suffer from body dysmorphia. Honestly, like, I suffer from body dysmorphia. Like, ask my friends, like, it is so crazy. Obviously, there are people that have it worse. Like, their skin is like, they're scratching their skin, peeling their skin because they don't like what they see. It's not an easy thing to go through it. So that's why I'm like, honestly, if you're doing plastic surgery or you're doing this because, oh, I hate how I look, I promise you, it's going to be a cycle. You continue until it may become worse. Like, we've seen celebrities, like, for example, Erica Banks. She did plastic surgery at first. Everyone was like, oh my God, this is one of the best plastic surgery I've ever seen. And she went under the knife again, literally earlier this year. And people were like, you didn't have to do that again because you looked so good. And now she doesn't look it doesn't look as good as it did before. Let's be honest.
Have y'all been seeing what's going on with Erica Banks? She got another BBL and it looks like it hurts. But this is the same woman that said that if you look a certain way, you can't sit at my table, right? When people like Erica Banks go back and forth to the surgeon, I automatically assume they can't have a therapist. They can't like themselves in the inside. Now, she might. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn. And I'm not mad at women that does this. Like, go get work. Do what you got to do. Nevertheless, I feel like there should be some type of therapy, mandatory, previous to the surgery and afterwards. Jumping back to her comments, I don't know her exact comments, but y'all remember what I'm talking about when Erica Banks was saying that women have to look a certain way in order to sit at the table or go out to the club with her. That statement is not going to go over well, not with this new surgery, because there could be somebody that's close to you or want to be cool with you that's looking at the bad press that you're getting for your BBL, and they don't want you at their table because they don't want the attention. That's why you have to be careful what you say out your mouth, because wouldn't it be interesting if the same people she rejected be the same people she's sitting at the table with now? Just a thought. Carry on.
It's a never-ending cycle, if I've been honest. So if you want to do it for you. You're the only person that knows where the shoe pinches. You can't do it for the next person. You can't do it because you feel that's what your girlfriend likes. If your girlfriend don't like you the way you are, then maybe they're not meant for you. The person that will love you the way you are, honestly, would be out there for you. If you want to make any of these treatments, do it for you. Do it for the right reasons. For the right reason. You could do it for you, but they may not be for the right reasons. Do it for the right reasons. That's all I can say. Let's continue. So one thing we should know is that beauty trend, they keep changing. And the fact that beauty trend keeps changing, they are often led by celebrities like the Kardashians. And as soon as you achieve one look, there's just a new trend to chase. And it's like being on a treadmill that never ends just because you just want to look right. And also, what is scary is that this doesn't just affect the adults. Even kids as young as 8-10 years old, they are on TikTok doing complex skincare routines. And I'm like, if you don't slap some shea butter and sunscreen and go about your day on your skin, like, what are you using retinols for? What are you using retinoid for? Like, I am really, really concerned. It's very, very disturbing to see that young children are on the internet And this is where I kind of blame the parents, because obviously a 10-year-old will not have money to go and get retinoids to put on their skin. No, a 10-year-old will not. So that means there's an adult that is buying all the skincare products for them. And this is why you should regulate what your children watches. This is why it's important to regulate what your children watches, because influencers, they cannot stop your children from watching them. And if your children watches them and they get influenced, they put all this on their skin.
What skincare does an average 10 to 12-year-old really need? I'm a board-certified dermatologist and not here to sell you anything. Let's build a simple, effective skincare routine for your typical 10 to 12-year-olds that's going to keep their skin healthy. Pick up a gentle cleanser, have them use it once or twice daily. This one's nice because it's creamy, but it also foams and removes makeup. After washing face, I definitely recommend applying moisturizer once or twice daily. I would pick something with no actives in it. Definitely start sunscreen in the morning. These are really two easy, affordable ones over the counter. The plain white one, or for girlies who want the makeup look without the makeup, there's tinted sunscreen.
And again, another thing that I do not get to understand is the concept of age. Is it age shaming? Because now we see the younger generation age shaming the older generation, saying you're 40, you're 50. Please, can I get something right? Is it that you don't want to grow older? Because I'm 28 and I cannot even wait to be 30. Since I was 25, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to be 30. Because I want to be 30, literally. Honestly, it's very, very disturbing to see that age shaming is a thing in this world. Don't you want to grow old? Do you want to die young? And also, young people are also being sexualized. It is really, 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 really scary. Another worrying trend is how these beauty standards are making people from all different backgrounds want to look the same. And the fact that this black person wants to look like this white person, and this white person wants to look like this black person, and everybody's trying to look like each other, is kind of erasing the unique cultural features that people already have. This isn't just only bad for like individual self-esteem, it's making the world less diverse and less interesting. Like, honestly, these beauty standards, they don't just affect how we look, they also impact our mental health, our self-worth, and even job opportunities. There's just so much pressure to just look young. While it is very good that the Kardashians are coming out here and they've started to like acknowledge their role in this, which is like, they're not like fully acknowledging it. They're like doing it as a form of pity for us to pity them. But excuse me, you people are crying to the bank. Literally, you're fucking hell. Like, oh my God, sometimes people get on my nerves. But at the end of the day, like, I have to call a spade a spade. Like, I feel like they just do it because they want to like create a buzz to their channel. Before, you know, Kim used to cry about Ray J, how Ray J was the one who showed her tape to the world, whatever, and Ray J now was like, enough is enough, and now they no longer use that tactic, and now they're coming to talk about their bodies and things like this. But while it is good that at least they are touching a little bit about the role that they've played in the trends that they've made, and also they've come out, because obviously these trends that they've created, they've actually also made money off of people. Their influence combined with social media has also created a culture where people often tie their self-worth to Instagram likes or TikTok likes and followers, and this by extension also fits in with the current beauty trend. Moving forward, we just need to promote a more inclusive and diverse idea of beauty in the media. We should also encourage self-acceptance, body positivity, and also challenge narrow beauty trends, because it's very important to educate people about the dangers of extreme cosmetic procedures and also prioritize mental health over chasing beauty trends. The conversation that the Kardashian family have started about beauty standards should also be a starting point for bigger chances in the society. So basically what I mean is that, okay, the Kardashians, they came out, they got their ass done, they got their lips done, and everybody followed. But now they've they are literally crying because they can't keep up with the trends to start with. So people have seen through their eyes how the people who started these trends can't keep up with it. And I hope that the fact that they've seen that even the people that started the trends, they can't keep up with it. I hope this is a learning curve or an eye-opener for them to see that it doesn't always last, if that makes sense. We need to redefine beauty to just focus more on health, on diversity, and on what makes each person unique, rather than just trying to make everyone look the same. If everybody looks the same, do you know how boring the world will be? It would be so freaking boring. And only then, when this is done, can we just create a culture that values personal well-being over appearances and also helps people to embrace who they truly are. Anyways, guys, if you made it to the end, please put a brown emoji because this is the end of the video. And why do I always record at night? Don't ask me, I do not know. It's 00:53 a.m. So I'm about to go and take off my makeup and shower and sleep and edit this tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you made it to the end, please put a brown emoji, brown heart, brown whatever. Thank you guys so much for your constant love and support. If you still want to purchase my journal, the link is in my description box. If you'd want to be a member of my channel, thank you so much. If you want to buy me a coffee, the link is also in my description box. Again, no pressure. Anyhow you want to support me, I really do appreciate. Thank you guys. Thank you each and every one of you for your constant love and your constant support and what you guys have been showing, the love you guys have been showing me of late. I really do appreciate. And till next time, guys, bye. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. Bye.